A few weeks after getting, no-clipped, as the other guys put it, into the backrooms, I finally managed to get a general feel for the place. Thanks to my fellow wanderers showing me the ropes, I wasn't as hopeless as before. But hope is something given and taken just as easily in the backrooms. Hello everybody, I'm Stretch. Today, we'll be reading from a wanderer's journal from the Backrooms. So I was roaming about looking for supplies. Almond water mostly, because apparently that stuff is indispensable around these parts. Anyhow, I accidentally tripped and ended up no-clipping through a wall. After getting my bearings, I scanned the area. This place I was in had a never-ending eerie birthday party vibe to it. Confused, I wandered around, noting the decorations and stacks of cupcakes on tables. Sensing that these cupcakes might be fishy, I stopped myself from grabbing a bite and continued on. Eventually, I reached a big open room and spotted a large container by the corner. I ran over to it after making sure no one was around. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh baby, almond water. Thrilled, I quickly grabbed a couple of bottles when I started hearing some really awful singing. No, not singing exactly, but more like chanting a nursery rhyme. A shudder of fear pulsed through my entire body, like my instincts were warning me of an incoming danger unlike any other. I immediately hid behind the container and reached for my knife. Peeking out, I saw a group of yellow, leathery humanoid creatures with blood-stained smiley faces carved on their heads come in.
Ashes, ashes, we all fall down,
they sang as they extended their arms toward me. Hundreds of jagged teeth lined the holes in their arms. Honestly, I couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. They already knew I was there, so hiding won't help much. They also had cornered me off from where I entered, so in all respects, I was dead meat. I hope I'd at least taste good. Just before they could put their slimy hands on me, a spear pierced through one of their heads from out of nowhere. They stared at their dead comrade. I assumed they were quite startled. Then I noticed a gloved hand waving at me from the entrance. I bolted past the stunned yellow freaks. And to my surprise, I was met with another freak at the door. This time, it was a humanoid in a black hoodie, wearing a blue mask with a sad face. I was about to yelp like a puppy when it covered my mouth and promptly pulled me in. We hid behind a wall as the yellow entities passed by. When the coast is clear, Blue Guy finally let me go. Who are you? It simply held up a finger to its frown and gestured for me to follow it. Before I could respond, I heard footsteps coming our way. The yellow guys were checking every room. It was just a matter of time before they reached us. All right, lead the way. We ran for a while and stopped at a small room. Sadface gestured to me and pointed at the wall. Yes, I can see that it is a wall. I must have sounded stupid back then. Blue Guy facepalmed, then took out a piece of paper and scribbled on it. Oh, so you're saying I can no-clip through this wall here and leave? Sadface gave me a thumbs up, then ran off. So it appears that I can only no-clip through a specific section of the wall, because I've been banging myself on it for a few minutes. Suddenly, I felt a presence behind me. I turned and saw one of those yellow maniacs coming at me. I don't know why, but at that moment, I found myself rushing back at it. I slammed it onto the floor and stabbed it repeatedly with my knife. It was a mess. Realizing what I had done, I stepped back and fell over, dropping my knife. I looked at my bloodied hands as they trembled wildly. Then, Blue Guy returned with a few of his pals. They were surprised to see the yellow corpse on the floor. What now? Without pause, he picked me up and chucked me at the wall. I wasn't sure what happened next. Later, I found out that the masked entity who helped me was called a Partypooper. If you find this journal, know this: you can trust a Partypooper.